This is the fun part of the stream where you just see me randomly pressing buttons in the background while I get all the links and everything working. But okay. Okay, we are indeed all online, I believe. Yes. Hello. So it's been it's been a while since I've been live. Took a bit of a big break from YouTube. This is, as you will have guessed if you've read the ticker along the bottom of the screen, going to be a tarot focused live where we all do some readings. And yeah, it's really, sorry, I'm trying to, you can tell I'm out of practice. I'm watching the the notifications come in at the same time as focusing on the reading. So yeah, as you will see from the ticker on the bottom of the screen, I've started working with Hypsy. There is contention as to how we pronounce this, but they're really basically a really cool site who kind of work with readers who like being on social media. And although I've took a little bit of a break over the last few years from doing a lot of YouTube and Twitch and stuff, I am returning. You will likely be sick of my face today because I'm actually doing 2 live streams. This being the first, this being the only tarot one. And yeah, so same as we've done these in the past for anyone who's been around for a long time. You can drop comments, say hi. We will try and pick up short 1-card readings for people generally in the comments. If you would like a longer reading, if you want us to go on kind of not very long, because we're all just kind of having fun and chilling, but if you would like a more comprehensive 3-card reading, then jump on the link that's in the ticker along the bottom of the screen. I believe that the guys themselves, Team Hypsy, have actually commented with a link as well. Where are we? Yay! Hi. Thank you for giving me free reign on your platform. So yes, they're here as well. So it is March. It is almost Oestra. Time of new starts, new beginnings. One of the reasons I have been away for a while is because, as a few of you will know, I have moved north. I'm currently in Scotland, which does, like, for a lot of people won't appreciate how much further north that is than where I was in Durham. It's quite a long way. It's nice. We like it. We're having fun. But yeah, drop a comment, say hi, order a reading. It's all fun. Let's pull a random card of the day before we jump into the readings. I've got booked because I have had the lovely Jamie, who is a Taurus, already drop an order in and ask for a more comprehensive reading. But let's get us started off with something just a little bit lighter. Let's just do a card of the day and see what we have come up. Knight of Coins. Good day to make friendships in the workplace. Rely on your colleagues today, is what we're saying here. Okay. Now, I did say I had one pre-booked. I'm well aware Jamie may be watching this to get a reading. So let's jump into it. With the orders that I get through Hypsy, I know a lot of times when I'm doing the little 1-card draws for people in the comments, I will put the question along the bottom of the screen. We get quite long messages when I'm doing the longer ones, and also, I'm not gonna share all of the details. But as I say, this one is from Jamie, who is a Taurus. They have reached out because they are having a little bit of a complicated relationship situation, which I'm sure a lot of people will relate to. And they're just kind of looking at whether or not this is something they should move forward with, hold on to, step back from. So let's take a look and see what we have coming through. So we're going to go for a 3-card draw here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the message that I'm generally getting through here is, although walking away from this completely isn't necessary, taking a little bit of a step back right now may well be. Now, the first card I've got to come through here is the 5 of Wands reversed. This is a card about that really illustrates the fact both people involved here, Jamie, both you and your person of interest are going through some fairly significant life changes right now. And that in itself causes a huge amount of upheaval, a huge amount of just needing time and space for yourself. And the fact that, you're both looking to create a new relationship within that is a lot. And it, even when something good comes into our lives, if it gets drowned out by all of the background noise and everything else we've got going on, it can put it under a little too much pressure. Now, I know this is the only kind of connection you've mentioned to me, so you're very much looking at this and going, this is the only one I'm focused on. I know there's another party involved for your person of interest. And it's interesting because the connection they have with that other party seems to be pulling them backwards. And instinctively, everything kind of within them is like, you need to look forward. But it's difficult, they're not going to be able to make a decision on what to do in terms of that in the very near future. As we move forward, as we get into kind of late April time, I have them coming through with I have the 5 of Cups reversed. Now, this unfortunately shows them really kind of taking that on board, them kind of getting to the point and having that moment of realization of like, there is so much going on for me right now. I need to take a step back from everyone else. I need to spend some time focusing on me. I need to get some breathing space. I need to clear my head. And it does look like it's at that time they step away and put distance between them and the other person that they have a connection with right now. And when I look at, what that means for you, what does that mean for your connection? Should you continue to pursue it? Should you take a step back? I've got the Strength card coming through in positive alignment. The connection you have seems to be very natural. It seems to be very instinctive. And this really comes down to, although you can't control what's going on with them, and although it looks as if they're heading to a point where they're going to put distance between romantic, personal relationships in their lives to give themselves some room to focus on exactly what they want and need in their lives without having that kind of influence, they are going to need someone to rely on. They are going to need somebody who is trustworthy, reliable, dependable. And really what's coming through here is an advisory element of it, of what to do next, how to look at this, is they don't need a romantic partner right now. And if they have someone pursuing them or trying to create a romantic partnership when they're obviously overwhelmed, it's likely they're going to put distance there. However, if they have someone in their life that they feel comfortable with, that they feel connected to, who isn't putting any kind of pressure on it, who isn't kind of looking for a set label, who is like, look, you're going through a hard time, however much you need me, reach out. Let me know if you need me. I'm not looking for anything. I just, I want to be here if that's what you need. And taking that little bit of a step back yourself, kind of giving them the reassurance that you're not going to be looking for answers or definitions from them when they don't even have them in their own mind for what they want in their own lives right now. That kind of shows them that you're someone that is good to have around. It allows them to lean into that connection that they have with you, that romantic feelings, that natural draw that they have with you. It, at that point, allows them to lean into it rather than distancing from it. And it's frustrating because, you know, you can see this person and you're like, you can see that there's that connection there. You can see that you want to make this work, but you can't speed it up. They need to kind of do that healing. They need to get to that place where they're ready to embrace this by themselves. And it's frustrating when you feel as if, you know, you're putting things on hold and waiting for somebody else to catch up with you. Which is, you know, it is what's coming through here. But in order to build a strong, lasting relationship, which this does look like it has the potential to have, it needs to have the right foundations there. And at the moment, those foundations aren't there. So the best way to create them is stay in their lives, keep the door open, let them know that you're there for them, be honest with them, but don't put too many expectations on it. Okay? And it does, you know, the connection's coming through loud and clear. So I hope that helps. I hope it does. It does look like there is kind of a happy ending in there, but it is going to take a little bit of work, as we see with so many romantic situations. But okay, I quite like it when we have nice ones. They're never totally straightforward. You never get readings that are like everything's going to be great, everything's going to magically come together. But it is nice when you see the way clear on them, and you see the way that you can move forward there. As I say, I had Jamie decided to message me previously to get this to book in the reading, but you can book them in while I'm on air. So if anybody does want to read in while I'm on air, you can go to the link in the ticker, and you can find that and get and book the reading. And now we can do it while we're live. What messages have we got here? Mark, you invited me to go to Scotland. Mark is Mark is one of my very best friends, bless him, who I did abandon in Newcastle to run off to Scotland. And Mark's also someone I've been reading for quite a while. You're right about my wife being my soulmate and the one to pull me out of my darkness. Yes, I wouldn't have hand fastened you together if I knew I wasn't right. But, you know. But yes, it's always nice to have the vote of confidence. But yeah, it is. I am in Scotland now, and it has been great being up here actually. And yeah, as I say, we're coming up to Oestra now. I know I briefly mentioned that before, but this is kind of the time of, in the traditional Wheel of the Year cycle. Oestra is it's a time of nature really reawakening. You start to see that at Imelk at the start of February, but Oestra is really a time of life returning to full strength in the world. It's a time when you see growth. It's you know, and I always resonate it with the Three of Coins in tarot. The Three of Coins being a success card, but it's the first rung on the ladder. This is the next step. This is the, you know, we've hit the first goal. Where we're aiming to next kind of mark point. And you find that a lot. You know, I've been reading now for a very long time. I worked this out actually when I was putting my bio together. And yeah, it's been 20 years I've been professionally reading now, full time for about 15. And you notice kind of natural cycles. You notice people looking at certain things at certain times of year. There's almost like a collective consciousness with that. And around Oestra, there's a lot of female energy. There's a lot of kind of people really starting to push forward with longer term ambitions, thinking about the future, thinking about what they want to do. And I realized as I'm saying this on one of my first live streams back after taking a couple of years off, which is slightly telling. But yeah, it's good fun. Let's have a look. Have fun at work. Mark, what have we got here? No, actually, we don't do. Please ignore any unauthorized adverts that appear in my chat. It is incredibly rude and incredibly exploitative. We don't like that. It's not good. It's not good energy. So yeah, we will be banning them later. So yes, it has been very nice to be back online and back doing tarot as well. It has been kind of it's been interesting the way that tarot has become such kind of a big part of my practice. And largely the reason that I started reading tarot was because so many people resonate with it. It wasn't my kind of first choice of reading method for a long time. When I first started to learn divination, I learned with playing cards, cartomancy, and it is and I loved it, but so many people resonate with tarot, especially the Rider-Waite, which I'm reading with today. The Rider-Waite is probably the best known tarot deck, and I read with it for that reason, because I think so many people, when they see the cards, when you're doing video, when you're reading for people in person, having them being able to see the artwork and feel like they connect to it is brilliant. The other one you see me read with a lot is the Tattoo Tarot, which I don't have next to me for once, which puts me in mind of an old Marcel's deck, which was one of the first decks I learned to read with. And Marcel's deck is very traditional, but it doesn't have a huge amount of detail in the artwork, and so some people struggle with it a little bit, but I, possibly because I came from the background in cartomancy and reading playing cards, it is something that sat with me personally really well, and something that I found kind of resonated with that kind of comfort blanket feeling that you get. It's interesting to watch other readers. For me, it's interesting to see the tools that they use, because you will find some people have very common themes, and I fall into this category where they will go for similar types of artwork on all of their decks, and they will go for similar color themes, and you know that they obviously have kind of like a home base that they like to keep going back to, which is very much the category that I fall into. And then you have other readers who will just kind of can go all over the place in terms of style and look and artwork, but they'll all be, you know, like either very heavily colorized, or they'll all be like photograph artwork or something like that. So it's that in itself is quite an interesting thing to study as well. But yeah, that's a little look into why I do that. So I did say earlier on, I'm just going to ramble into this. We might as well also turn this into just a general catch up feed, because I haven't been online for so long. I did say that there's going to be spamming of live streams today. The other one is going to be, well, there were kind of a few main things that I do on YouTube, on Twitch, on everywhere online. Tarot being a big one. The craft being another one. I have already started putting craft tutorials back up. They will continue. They're one of the biggest parts of my audience, so that there will be further craft videos. It's catching up because it's been so long. I came back and did the calendar, the temperature blanket tutorial, but it's been so long since I've done loom knitting ones. I've got like a list of things that people want, and I'm like, where do I start on this list? And at what? There's so many. So But there will be more of those tutorials. I will be doing some of the longer form folklore ones as well. I'm hoping to do, bring back Tales from the Hedge as a podcast as well as a video stream. But I'm hoping to get guests on to talk through and that. So if you are watching this and you know me well, and I know you know about folklore, expect DMs, they're coming. And the other one is Lily Reads. Now, Lily Reads is taking a little bit of a fun twist, which this is the other live stream that you're going to see later today as well. So also looking forward to bringing that back. I'm not going to read live. Don't worry, I'm not going to sit and read a novel at you, but you'll see. You'll get the notification. You'll see. We're going to have fun. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that as well. I am jumping between stream managers. I am getting the hang of this back. I feel like I almost need a crew to do this. I used to do it so much easier. People have also been asking, I've had comments asking if River or Tiny is going to be back reading with me. Tiny is very busy right now. Tiny is juggling university or trying to get into university and working and all of those things. They did come up to Scotland with me. I will try and get them back online. I know everyone finds them hilarious. Okay. They do have a very unique and blunt reading style, which terrifies me at times, but I will ask them. But yeah, these readings, these live streams for the tarot are going to be fairly regular things. On this, depending where you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, this one is going out on main channel. There is the Psychic Realm channel, which is where I keep all of my tarot things. There will be multiple streams through the month going out on there. I'm going to hit one out on this channel probably once a month, maybe a couple of times a month, see how we're going. The Lily Oak Facebook page will have them all on. The Twitch channel will have pretty much all of them on. Yeah, so there will be lots going out. We may put some across onto to Instagram. Maybe we will see. I don't live stream much over there. It's mainly the everywhere else channels. So yeah, we've had a lot of. It's nice being back, but yeah. So in terms of coming back, because I know a lot of people will be seeing this and they'll be like, "This, what are you talking about? Well, the ones you did in the past, we've never seen you before." If you are new, you can request readings for these live streams via the link in the ticker along the bottom. You can also, if you have a single question you want to answer, you want to ask, and you want to get a very, very quick answer on, if you drop a comment in any of the places that you're seeing this, we will do one card pulls and one card draws on them. And yeah, I'm always happy to answer like little questions on one card draws. They're good fun. It gives people kind of a taste of what we do or what I do. Forgetting I haven't got Tiny with me. And it just kind of allows you to see, because I know a lot of people are very curious about tarot, but a lot of people are also very apprehensive about it. It's always really interesting to me. I think, because I've existed in the tarot community and the spiritual community for so long, I forget there's a big kind of collection of people out there that get really nervous about tarot cards, that get really kind of caught up in the, oh, what if I get a bad card? What if the death card, that's always a classic one. What if the death card comes up? And kind of doing these live streams and just answering the quick one card draws for people for free in the comments. It just allows them to see that it's just a tool. The tarot cards don't embody any kind of terrifying spirit or anything like that. It's a tool in which the person reading them uses to give you clarity and to give you answers. And yeah, I'm not I'm not a terrifying, scary person. Just checking Mark has left the comments. Yes, he has. I'm not a terrifying, scary person who will give you horrible negative answers. I will give you very honest answers. But no, there's not going to be any kind of doom. There's not going to be any kind of, terrifying monsters that reveal themselves through a tarot reading. That said, if you are in a situation and we do get kind of anything come up that is not what you're going to want to hear, that is going to be a little negative, that comes across even slightly as a warning, at that point we can pull an extra card or two. We can look at how to get around it. We can look at how you avoid it, how you get onto a better path. The whole point of getting readings isn't to kind of be told this is absolutely 100% the path that you're on and you can't do anything about it. Because if that was the case, there's no point getting a reading. The point in getting the readings is to get a better understanding of what's happening and to get a look at the different paths that could come up, what's likely to happen, where do we find help? Where do we find support? What's the best way to handle it? It's to put you in a better position of power. It's to put you in a better position to be able to control things in a way that's going to get you the results that you want. And I think once kind of people are aware of that and start to see tarot and getting these types of readings as more of a tool to go down that road, then they become a lot less scary. They become a lot more approachable. And I always like to have fun in my live streams. I know, you get readers who have all different styles of reading. You get some very serious readers. You get very happy, loud, joyful readers. And we're all different. I like to think we have a bit of fun. We have a bit of a joke around, as well as it being very serious. I like to think we can just come and chat and catch up in these live streams as well, which is nice. But yes, I am working with the wonderful Pipsy now. They have kindly let me onto their platform to start being able to use the live stream features on my socials a little bit more effectively. Tie them in with doing readings a little bit more reliably. And yeah, it's all good. I'm looking forward to being back more regularly, more often. And also, you can tell I haven't got a full streaming office kind of set up yet. Although this isn't bad. The lighting's good here. We like that. I did do gardening last week. I have a cute little sitting area down at the bottom of the garden under a big hawthorn tree. So that we might get garden streams for me to do readings with, which would be nice as long as it's quiet out there. We might have to kind of time them strategically. But yes, they might happen as well. So it's all good. Yes, I'm just keeping an eye on my many comment section. So yeah, when is Oestra this year? I haven't actually checked. Oestra is funny because a lot of people will always celebrate it on, as with any of the equinoxes and solstice days, some people will always celebrate them on the 21st, because that tends to be the most common day that they land on in the calendar. But I've seen solstices and equinoxes happen as early as the 20th, and I've seen them in a lot of years before back to the 22nd as well. So some people will celebrate them on the actual day that it happens, and some people will celebrate them on the 21st, because it's easier celebrated on the same day every year. But a lot of people as well with the Oestra, they're like, so is that just like spooky Easter? Which I kind of love as a term. I love spooky Easter as a term. Look, there's a lot of the amount of spiritual development and changes that have gone on in mainstream Europe over the years means that you kind of end up with almost all of the holidays of every religion being a little bit of a melting pot. And yeah, Oestra is very much a bunnies, chicks, new life celebration. So it does marry up well with Easter. Like, you can, if you buy Easter decorations in the supermarket or in, you know, the big shops, they work very well for Oestra. I'm not sure why the chocolate comes in, but I'm not going to complain about it, because why would you? It's chocolate. But yes, it is kind of on that level. It does kind of sit very well with Easter, as so many of the different religious celebrations do, with each other, depending on the time of the year they're being celebrated. It's just another example of that. But yes, it does sit very nicely alongside all the little baby animals in pastel flowers and things like that. It is good fun. So I am going to, how long have we been on air? How long have I been rambling at you for incessantly? It's been about half an hour, hasn't it? It has indeed. Okay. I'm just double checking. I haven't got any new kind of instructions coming through. I haven't got any new requests coming through. If you're about to leave a comment to ask me a question for a free 1-card reading, type quick. If you do want if you would like a longer reading like we did for Jamie, visit the link along the bottom that's running along the bottom of the screen at the moment and book that in. If I don't get any imminent ones in the next 5 minutes, I am going to go and drink tea, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Crochet. Drink tea and crochet for today. You can, of course, order recorded readings from me at any time. If you visit that link that's going through on the ticker, but take the events off the end, so it's just /Lily Oak. You can order pre-recorded, well, not pre-recorded because I haven't already done them, but you can order video readings that will be put back, you know, that you will get sent a link to. I will do them and then send you a link to them. So you can order readings that way as well, because, you know, it's understandable you might not want them done live, even though it's pretty good fun doing them live. But it's understandable if it's a particularly sensitive situation. You would want it on a recorded reading. Or if it's a particularly unique situation as well. I always try not to give too many details, so that people might get identified when they're not planning on it. But if it's a very unique situation where you think someone's going to potentially see the live stream and be like, that sounds familiar, you can get the recorded ones as well. That's absolutely fine. That is an option as well. And yeah, I will be appearing here talking into a camera, hopefully getting comments to make me feel like I'm not going crazy just talking into a camera fairly regularly from here on forward. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take a small break and then I'm going to come back. Although a different topic, we're switching to books. But yeah, thanks for everyone who's tuned in. I know a lot of you have been quiet in the comments, but I can see how many of you are watching. I know. No, sometimes it's just nice to have, you know, listen to the readings other people are getting and chat and have it on in the background. I got that comment, actually. That's an interesting one. No, talking about the other videos I do, where I do the craft tutorial videos. Someone messaged and they were like, it's like knitting ASMR, and I'm like, I did not think my accent lended itself to ASMR, but happy to have it go out. Whatever you get from it, I'm happy that you're finding enjoyment in it and you like it. Someone also, possibly the best compliment I've ever gotten in my life was when someone described me as the yarn version of Bob Ross, and I was like, alas, I cannot charm squirrels to be my best friend, but thank you. Cats, yes, although none of them have appeared. We are in danger of getting through an entire live stream without one of my cats coming to help. Possibly because it's quite sunny outside. They're possibly out there staring up at the said big hawthorn tree I mentioned previously, at all of the sparrows and the robins, working out how they were going to get to them. They do that. They've been quite good though. We have sorry drink. We have a lot of birds gathering that tree, and the cats have actually been very good. I think they're all just getting a little old. They're all like, yeah, we're done. We're done doing that right now. But anyway, I do not see any new reading requests coming in. So I have been, and still am, Lily Oak. You can find me here, wherever you're watching this. Obviously, I'm going to pop up again. If you would like to book a reading, you can see that link running across the bottom of your screen. And I hope to see you again and read for you all again soon. Bye.